Hello world, it's the male soprano. Welcome back to my channel. I just got done filming Song a Day for my Facebook page. And the new Song a Days will, from I believe episode 11 onward, they will be going up on my other channel at James the Soprano, very much different from this one. They will be going up there. Responding to a text. Cue the dog. Thank you, Lucas. But I for my Song a Day today, episode 60, I sang "I Know I'm Not the Only One" by Sam Smith, and it got me to thinking about like all of the music that I've been listening to over the course of this year, because I really feel like I traveled back in time quite a bit with like the music that I've been listening to as of lately. I feel like I've both been in current time and in the past with all of my music. Again, if you go to like my Instagram, you'll see. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see a lot of the music that I listen to. Like, check out my music highlights and my Spotify profile, which is also on my About page if you want to see my playlist, and I'll link it in the description as well. You'll see a lot of the music that I like and like what I listen to. Though recently I've been collecting new albums from like the 2010s. Like, I've been collecting them like Pokemon. And it's it's been quite a journey. Like, just to see like how much my music taste has changed, and like how much I've like how much I've evolved over the course of this year, like along with my music. Because like, of course, if you've seen me from like the top of this year to now, this was not happening, like at all. Like, and, like, I wasn't even on Team iPhone yet. From last year to this year, a lot has changed. I have an iPhone now. I have piercings. I got my ears done. I got my nose done. Like, a lot's been going on, and I'm 21 now. Like, holy cow. Hey, that rhymed. Like, yeah, just a lot this year has changed about me personally, and also, like, my music as well. It got me to thinking about, like, the 2010s and, like, how much life has shifted in more ways than one. Like, there was a post I saw on Instagram that I really resonated with. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was along the lines of, I feel like I died in 2019 and ended up here. And that's very much how I feel as it stands currently. Because, who is texting me? Because, how did we go from, like, 2019... the end of the 2010s, approaching the new decade with such excitement, so much hope and expectation for, like, 2020, to then we get to 2020, and it's an absolute dumpster fire. And then, fast forward 5 years to now, we're in that dumpster fire again. It's times like this that make me wish time machines were real. Because I tell you, I would give everything to be back in the 2010s. I would give anything. We've got AI now that we don't need. We've got robots working human jobs. Crazy. I honestly, I don't really know how I can describe this absolute hellscape of 2025, but like, all I know is 2026 better be like 2016. Okay, that is going to be. I've said this to my friend Jalen on Instagram. I was like, 2026 will be 2016 reloaded. Okay, we will be back in 2016 by 2026. Mark my words. Okay, like I will be listening to Rihanna's Anti on repeat. Okay, like Chokers will be back. Like, I miss the 2010. I did a video talking about like why I love 2016 so much. It's a few months ago from my channel, but I didn't really like go in like to full depth of like the 2010s culturally and both societally. I feel like in the 2010s we were definitely in a much not better position, but like economically, societally speaking, we weren't great, but we weren't like how we are now, if that makes sense. Like it's having seen the growth of the internet as well as time goes on, it kind of makes me wish, like, wow, I wish I appreciated this era more. Because, like, seeing the rise of conservatism and anti-everything, basically, it's been such a bizarre, like, flip. It's been equal parts shocking, saddening, disheartening, discouraging, and also very much, like, icky and ashy and weird. I was thinking to myself, like, I'm trying to formulate my thoughts right now, but there's so much happening in the background. I am so sorry. I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder what my life would be like if I were a teenager in the 2010s. Because I don't think I've ever shared this sentence, but sometimes I wish I was born in the year 2000, because I would love to be a teenager in 2013 to 2019. I would have loved to have that kind of moment, right? Like, to experience all of that as a teenager within the 2010s, right? But I feel like now, still, like being 21 and having seen, like, the last, I think, the last 10 years or 11 years change like that. It's scary. The fact that 2016 is going to be a decade ago. It's crazy. Like, I feel like the 2010s now is what the 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s is for, like, Gen X. You know, like, for Gen Z, the 2010s are Gen Z's 90s. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that, but, like, that's very much how I feel. Like, how are we going from summer 2016, like, wind in our hair, Coachella, Rihanna's Anti-album, like, YouTube at its peak, Snapchat, had celebrities from A to Z. Like, how do we go from that to this? Like, how? Inquiring minds would like to know. I remember... I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to, like, formulate what I want to say next. Okay. Today's current times, I feel like, are much more difficult, but also I feel like, in terms of, like, human existence, it has kind of improved, but it has also worsened. More on that later. Because while there is more talk of inclusivity and consideration for disabilities and, you know, things like that, I feel like though these were always topics of conversation, it wasn't as much of a worrying issue back then as it is now. Because under our current administration, it's very clear that humanity is just off the table. It's off the table. And I don't know about anyone else, but one of the ways that I cope with reality is by distracting myself, not from, like, political anything like that. No. I just like to to decompress my mind. I like to just go on YouTube and just watch videos and digitally travel. I don't know if anyone knows that term, but I just like to go on my phone and, like, you know, look up different places I've never been to. Like, I do it all on my Google Maps. Last night I was just updating my California list in Google Maps. And, you know, like, just things like that just kind of help put my mind at ease and keep myself sane and, you know, not have to be so worried about, you know, like, just not having to be worried about this country and this world as it stands, you know, which hopefully will be forever. But that's not all I'm here to talk about today. I'm already 13 minutes into this video. Oh my god. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but Ned Fulmer from Try Guys has returned. The infamous Ned Fulmer, my wife, who got caught cheating on his wife in September of 2022, has returned. 2016 was only 6 years away at that point. Dude, okay, so, Ned Fulmer has come back with a podcast, basically. And on the first episode, he has Ariel, his ex-wife, by the way, who, let me be clear, she was a very huge part of the Try Guys, specifically, like, the Try partners, right? Because at the time it was Eugene, Ned, Keith, and Zach, right? It was Ariel, Becky, Maggie, although she was not introduced to us until, like, later on, and Matt, who is Eugene's boyfriend. At that point, it was very much like, okay, he loves his wife. You know, like, sure, it's a bit unnerving. He quickly became monikered as the wife guy, right? He was the wife guy. Right? Like, my wife, my wife, my wife. He loves his wife. Right? He made it his whole shtick, right? All of the Try Guys had, like, all of the other Try Guys compared to Ned had a personality to themselves outside of their partner, right? Which is what made them more marketable and more relatable. But Ned didn't have that. All he had was just my wife, my wife, my wife. She was also, you know, like, a huge part of, like, the Try Guys culture, you know? Like, it was, like, when they were pregnant, you know? And when she and Ned were... Sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, when he and Ariel were expecting their first baby, you know, a lot of the fans were like, oh my god, like, Try Guys is having kids. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. And then, come 2022, the guy who's known for loving his wife is now caught cheating with not just any random woman. No, this is a woman who has worked alongside Ariel. Like, okay. Who was also engaged to be married. Like, so there's not just one person ruining their relationship, it's two. The fact that people are not talking about that is crazy to me. Like, anyway, he comes back out, he has a podcast now, it's called Rock Bottom. Which is basically, like, him interviewing people, essentially talking about, you know, like, what their rock bottom is, or if they've hit rock bottom and what it felt like, and all that yada yada. Like, I have not watched the episode in full. I've only heard of this through YouTubers that I like. Specifically, Kenny JD, who I love with everything in me. She did a really great job of talking about this, way better than I ever could. And her reaction to the video, or to his podcast, is like, I wish I could like, her the way she talks about everything is just very relatable, but also funny as hell, which made it easier for me personally. Because Ariel is not only just going on there to talk about life after, you know, being divorced, thank God, from Ned, but also, like, what it was like as things were panning out post-discovery, right? And you can see, like, she's just, like, when she talks about it and goes into it, she very much shrinks into herself. Like, she, mentally, it's taking her back. You can clearly see. Like, to that point of, like, feeling unsafe. Like, that she says that a lot. She says, I felt unsafe. Nothing was safe. And that makes me sad. And, like, it's just furthermore reason why I feel like it's just, it's I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's insane, right? It's insane to come back out with a podcast, like, to try and do some, like, redemption of sorts. Like, there's no redeeming that. Like, you cheated, you got caught, you got ousted from your own company because you got caught. Alright, and because you got caught, you have now besmirched your legacy that you have worked so hard to build. And for what? Literally, for what? And he doesn't really... One thing that bugged me, like, was, like, he never... He never takes accountability. He doesn't really, like... hey, you're right, I shouldn't have done. He doesn't validate her feelings. He doesn't really be like, yeah, you're right, I was reckless, I was irresponsible, I should not have done that. There's not much of that. You can tell that this was just a pathetic attempt to try and redeem himself, because any person with a brain who knows that when you're caught in something as scandalous as cheating, abuse, assault, there is no sort of redemption for you ever. Like for like you're labeled for life at that point. But like the fact that he tried to come back in a podcast is insane. Like it, and you can clearly tell that there's a lot of tension still, and it's very awkward because there's a lot of silence, specifically enacted by Ariel, which again, good on her, because he does not deserve to be comfortable. Like, hold on one second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, that took me a minute. Anyway, as I was saying, um, there's a lot of silence in the episode because that's enacted by Ariel primarily, and again, good on her, because Ned does not deserve to be comfortable after what he's done, specifically after, like, not just how he hurt her, but how he hurt his friends specifically, and put them in positions that I feel like no one should ever be put in, because the remaining Try Guys, Keith and Zach, at the time Eugene had not left the Try Guys yet. He just wasn't on the podcast at that point. But they were talking about, Keith and Zach specifically, they were talking about like different career ventures that they had wanted to pursue, but didn't really know what to do because of the scandal, and like how rattled everything was and everyone was because of it. And of course that's a very understandable and valid feeling, because like it's a huge company, a social media based company with people who are well known to us at this point. Like, and one thing that's mentioned in this podcast that I feel like kind of like scared me a bit, admittedly, was I think it was like, yeah, it was Keith, when he said they were worried about what to say specifically, because anything in that they said negatively could be found as defamation, and they could be sued by Ned. That just threw me for a loop, because I was just like, whoa. Like, that kind of just makes me want to ask, like, how much power did Ned have specifically? Like though all four of them like were involved in the company, how much power did he have? Because like for your other co-founders to be wary of saying anything about you rightfully being disgusting and like being a cheater, to be afraid of being sued for saying that, that that indicates something much, much, much deeper and darker than I feel like we all were aware of or are aware of presently. But of course, thankfully things have worked out for them. Zach got to do his short film, and Keith got to do his off-Broadway production of Lou Burger. And it seems like all of the Try Guys, Eugene included, and again minus Ned, are doing good for themselves, and good on them. And what was Oh, okay. I just went off on multiple tangents here. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I feel like it all kind of fits together, so it's fine. But yeah, that in particularly, I just wanted to say something about that because I found it equally parts funny and also weird. Because like you pretty much ruined your own life, dude. Like what why come back? What you could have. And it and it was the typical like YouTuber apology setup, right? He's sitting in his kitchen, like, and the way he's talking is very like elongated and drawn out, and like just the heavy breaths and like the wanting to appear sorrowful expression. Like it was weird. It was very, very weird. And yeah, it crazy. Another thing that's been happening recently, which I don't know if anyone else has noticed, Rapture talk. Rapture TikTok. The supposed Rapture date was I'm sorry. The supposed Rapture date was September 23rd, and it is now October 1st. We're all still here. And this isn't to like mock anything at all, but like it's so funny how like Republicans will try to spread religious speak or religious stuff whilst being the most morally corrupt people of life. Like a lot of my friends on Instagram were posting stuff on their stories like, are we in the rapture? Are we in the rapture now? Like what's happening? Like is this like what is this what heaven looks like? And it's videos of or like pictures of them like playing video games. And there was one video that I saw on, I think on Instagram or TikTok of people. Well,
hey Chad, how you seeing the remote?
It's not a live stream, Jathan. This isn't Twitch. He's not. There's no one to respond to.
Ah, mother
Don't you dare.
freaker.
Anyway, as I was saying, I saw a video of a group of people standing in a forest, like looking up at the sky, waiting for Jesus to come. and there were more videos of like people preparing to like leave their clothes behind or something. Like it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit. And then like afterward, I wonder what they thought bizarrely, I want to know like how people like what was the thought process? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like what did they think? Because like people were like selling like their possessions, like selling furniture and like just selling their stuff, and it's just like what I have to know what mental gymnastics are you doing to fall for this sort of thing? Like it's just every.
I see my phone too.
No, I haven't seen your phone.
Oh man. Don't mind me, chat.
Again, it's not a live stream. There's no one to respond to you. Okay, bye. Get out. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. It seems like every, like, 5 to 10 years, there's this talk of, like, end times, or people were even saying this in 2020, which is fucking weird. Like people thought, like, 2012, that the year, like, the world was going to end in 2012, and then, lo and behold, 2013 showed up, and people were still alive. COVID happened. People thought it was the end of the world, which, in hindsight, it kind of was, because people were like dropping extremely high rates. But now it's the rapture, which I feel like for people who claim to, that's my brother again being weird. Stop! Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's up with him. Anyway. Shit, lost my train of thought. Now it's the rapture. And I feel like for a group of people who cling to the Lord so tightly, you know better than to play with that. You know better than to, like, blasphemize that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Like they make so much big talk of like how non-believers mock God and blasphemize God and all this, that, and the other. But it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like that's just I like people like there are full-on grown adults with fully formed frontal lobes that believe the rapture was going to happen, but never ended up happening. Like,
I think he was on drugs.
okay, bye.
I have something to say.
You've said enough. Bye. I will be right back. Sorry about that. This video is all over the place. But just to cap off the rapture segment, it's weird how people will like believe anything. The people formed with full frontal lobes believed that the rapture was going to happen and sold nearly all of like their possessions. Some people were selling furniture. People sold their homes. Like craziness, crazy. It's almost, it's sad, but it's kind of laughable because it's just like, you're an adult. Your brain is fully formed, and you really, really, okay. Another weird thing that's been happening, um, what else has been happening? Um, sorry, I'm trying to think of like what else I can say in this video. But I guess I can go back to what I was talking about earlier, which is like my music. Not personal music that I'm releasing, because I definitely am not doing that. But like the music that I listen to. Um, One song that I've been loving a lot recently is Golden Brown by the Stranglers. I love it so much. Um I love it, and also Her by the American Dawn. I love that song. It's so good, and it's such a good fall anthem. It's such a good fall anthem. It literally, like, best believe I will be listening to that song as I decorate my future apartment. Real talk. Yeah, it's so good. Um, and like I said, I've also been saving a lot of albums and listening to a lot of albums from like the 2010s. I just recently listened to Birdie's self-titled album, The Weeknd, Beauty Behind the Madness, Badlands by Halsey. I listened to No Beer, No Dad Redux by Blowout. I listened to their EP. What is their EP called? We All Float Down From Here. That's their. Oh, We All Float Down Here. Excuse me. That's their EP. And what else have I been listening to? I've also been listening to or I've listened. I've been listening to Borns, their album Dopamine. I love that album. It's so good. And also, there's this new thing on Spotify that I like messages on Spotify. I saw it. I heard about it on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh my god, like what?" And then I saw it, a screen capped and reposted to Tumblr, and I was like, "What?" And then I showed it to me and my friend Dez. Talked about it, and we were like, "Oh my god, like that's so crazy! Imagine if they actually did it." And then lo and behold, I went on the app, and there it was. Like, just again, things are changing. Things are really improving and evolving, or evolving. Excuse me. Like it's wow. Though a lot of new projects have come out. Doja's new album V. Taylor Swift's new upcoming album, The Life of a Showgirl. I am so excited. We have like one day. Oh my god, one day. I have it pre-saved. Hold on, let me turn down my brightness again. No. One day. Oh my god, one day till its release. I cannot wait. But yeah. I also have Encore by DJ Snake saved to listen to. It's 2016. And yeah, I've been listening to a lot of 2010s music recently. Like, I don't know what's been going on with me. I guess I've been feeling nostalgic, and like, again, current times have been stressing me the fuck out, and so I want to like go back to when times were easier for me. So yeah, I time travel in the form of online content and music. Um, also, um, there's new artists that I'm discovering as well. Who have I been, so of course I've been recommended Blowout and, their album. I've also been getting into Sleep Token, which I am not like well, I'm kind of a rock person because I primarily listen to Ghost, but like, oh my god, Sleep Token? They've won me over. They have won me over. I don't know if I've already mentioned this in the video, but like they have won me over. Okay, I have two of their hoodies. Two of their hoodies. I am absolutely obsessed with their music, and I love being able to like have common music interests like with my friends. Like my friend Sunny, she listens to them as well. Um, who else listens to Sleep Token? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Kenny JD, the YouTuber I mentioned, she listens to Sleep Token as well. And yeah. And there's one band in particular that I'm looking forward to getting into, called The Neighborhood. But I have 3 of their albums saved. Specifically, I Love You, You Wiped Out, and Hard to Imagine the Neighborhood Ever Changing. I really want to get into those albums, and I definitely will after I'm done with this video. But, yeah. And also, Cigarettes After Sex as well. I can't remember if I listened to them briefly and I just forgot, or if I, like, just don't remember. Like, yeah, I love discovering new music, being put on to new artists. My friend Des sends me like new music recommendations on from YouTube sometimes, and yeah, it's so much fun. And yeah, I've been collecting a lot of new 2010s albums from I've been collecting them like Infinity Stones, okay? And I'm really, 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 really excited about it. Um, I'm primarily looking forward to getting back into Harry Styles, in Ed Sheeran, Ava Max, and who else do I have saved that I want to get back into? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Yeah, I think those are all like the current people whose albums I haven't like listened to in full as of yet. Oh, there's also The Wanted. And I'm already familiar with like one of their songs. It's just like Glad You Came. I love that song. It's very good. There's more music from Carly Rae Jepsen that I want to hear. Definitely more from Birdie. I've listened to Sam Smith's projects, in The Lonely Hour and The Thrill of It All. All in Love Goes. I've not gotten fully into Gloria yet. But I definitely will at some point. But in terms of new projects that have come out within like the last year or this year, Cynthia Erivo's album I Forgive You, banger, 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 banger. I love it. Like, oh my god, like every song, like specifically, I love Replay, of course, and You First. I love, I I love the part like when it gets to the end. She's like, "This is what you deserve." I always repeat that part because it's so good. It's so good. And then of course I listen to Wishbone by Conan Gray. And then I listen to Sabrina's Man Best Friend. And also Short and Sweet from like last year. I'm way late. Believe me, I know that. But yeah, that's the music I'm listening to. And I also got to listen to Hosier's self-titled album, which is also very good. Again, very similar to the sound of its time. I love 2010s music, but I love music from current times that's reminiscent of that era. I love that so much. So much. Like, ugh, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Again, so sorry if it's all over the place and it makes absolutely zero sense, but my life makes zero sense. Follow all of my socials. They'll be linked in the description. If you like the video, please feel free to like the video. And also, follow my socials and follow my Spotify. It's linked on my About page, and it will also be linked in the description down below. If you want to see the music I listen to, if you want to check out my playlists, and it's also in my link tree as well. Yeah, oh, also one more thing before I go. I want to get into using SoundCloud more. Or, yeah, definitely using it more. Because I use it primarily for lo-fi. Like, for, like, for Lo-Fi Girl specifically. I love listening to Lo-Fi Girl on SoundCloud. That's also another genre that I've been needing to get back into. But, yeah, that's all. Thank you all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.